Hi friends, this is Sandy from Scrapbooks Blessings Club and welcome to day 2 of our 12 Days of Christmas blog hop. What we're going to do, if you missed the first day, you can go ahead. I videoed it and put it up yesterday. And then a couple days ago, I videoed for our paper how to make the paper, the design paper on the back here. So if you want, you can check that out too. Okay, so for today, we're going to be doing this card up here, which we're going to be using the pattern paper 5x2, and we're going to be using this side. Okay, so let's get started. I'll put my template to the side. So what I'm going to need first is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to need my card base, which I'm going to score at 4 1/4. So it's just your typical A2 card. There we go. Get my crease in there. I'll put this off to the side. Okay. Now what we're going to use for our mat is the coordinations. Red on one, brown on the other. And I went ahead and I started to sand. I used my snowflake embossing folder. And then I'm going to use my block here and finish sanding. And this block is great. You have the sandpaper on one side and a little stickle brush on the other. So I absolutely love this. So what I do when I do my sanding is I go ahead and I go in a circular motion. And I don't go digging real deep. I stay pretty light. And then I just go a little deeper each time. That way I don't tear my paper. And I can kind of judge and see if I want to keep going or if it looks nice or where I might need more. There we go. Now when you sand, after you're done sanding, I take the stickle part here and I'll just brush off all that loose paper to get it sanded, that got sanded off. Okay, so that's going to be our bottom base. Now it does make, I don't know if you can tell here, but I have red, so it does make a little bit of a mess. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you do it under a piece of paper or something to catch all that. And then that way you can just go ahead and take the paper away and your workstation underneath will be nice and clean for you. So let's move that out of the way and brush off my hands. Make sure I get my little towel here. Make sure I get my hands good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take my pattern paper and I'm going to put it on my cardstock. And this I went ahead and I cut at 5 inches by 3 inches. So I'll get my ATG gun. I'm going to go ahead and get some tape on there. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the middle of my border. There we go. Okay, and then from there what I'm going to do is get my card base and I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on the side there. Hold on, I got caught. There we go. And a little bit. Okay, my tape got caught there for a second. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is go ahead and I want to put this in the middle of my card. Kind of eyeball it. There, I think that's the middle. Okay, so that's going to be my card base. Now I get to decorate and make it all pretty. What I decided I was going to do is take a couple of these embellishments. They do have a little glue dot on the back, pop-up dot. These were from Kane Company. They were in a pack. I think like 25 came, and they're poinsettias and the holly leaves. And then I had another pack that had little snowflakes in it, and there's a little glitter all through. So we're going to use this to make our design. Really simple. what I'm going to do is just pull off the paper on the back, pop down my poinsettia, and then I'm going to go ahead and do one leaf out like that. Come over here and I'm going to do the other leaf. Kind of tuck it in there. Move that over a little. Okay, so that's what it looks like in the bottom. Very simple. I want it to look like one of those table centerpieces that you get at Christmas time. So that's where my candy cane comes in. I like the red and green and little glitter. I don't know if you can see it, a little bit of sparkle there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my candy cane into a candle. So what I'm going to do with that is go ahead and get my glue pen here. I'm going to put some glue on the back. Okay. And then I'm going to flip my candy cane upside down, and then I'm going to tuck it in underneath the flower. Just like that. So it's like I have the candle coming out of the center of the flower piece. Okay. Now I need a little flame. So what I'm going to do with that is I have my white Singo pigment ink pen, which I think are the best. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, in the white, I'm going to draw a little flame. Just like that. Okay. Let me blow on it a little bit, let that dry. While that's drying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stamp my little sentiment. This says, what does it say? Spreading joy and cheer. So I have Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I pulled, cut off a little piece of the red cardstock. I'm going to use the red side, and I'm going to stamp right in the middle. So there you go, spreading Christmas joy and cheer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little banner. So I'm going to cut in the middle and then go corner to the cut mark, corner to my cut mark, and that's going to give me a nice banner there. Okay, and then what I can decide if, when I do, I can decide if I want to do the other side. So I just usually do one side at a time until I figure out what I want to do. Now, going back to my card, put it right so you can see. This is dried now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take yellow Stickles and I'm going to cover the white. I never shake my Stickles down. There we go. And by doing the white, what I'm getting is you can see the Stickles really nicely. They show up very nice. Versus if I would have did the yellow on the red, we all know yellow and red make orange. So this way, I get a nice yellow flame. So I guess that's my tip for this card. Whenever you want to use Stickles on a dark piece of paper, go ahead and draw with your white first and then stickle on top of the white versus the paper. Okay, and now to finish off this card, what I'm going to do is going to do my banner. And I think I'm going to actually, I notice I got a little smudgy there, but that's okay. All I'm going to do is just cut off that side, and then I'm going to make my banner tail on the other side. Get a little bit of glue. And I'm going to cover that right up with my little banner flag. And there you go. Card number 2 for our blog hop, spreading joy and cheer. So let me grab the first one. Here was our first card that we did yesterday. So if you didn't see it, you can check out yesterday's post. And now here's our second card. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be card number 3. And I hope you're enjoying the 12 Days of Christmas holiday blog hop. Until next time, bye-bye.